Hey everyone. So in this video we are going to go through MS-900, which is Microsoft 365 Certified Fundamentals mock examination questions. We're going to go through 100 questions in this video. This particular exam is going to assess you on knowledge on these four topics. The question and answers and the explanation what you're going to listen in this video are purely taken out from these four examination topics. I hope you find this useful. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Question number one. A mid sized consulting firm is looking to streamline how it manages client appointments and internal scheduling. The team wants a Microsoft 365 solution that can automatically send reminders via emails and SMS for upcoming meetings and include buffer times to allow staff to prepare between appointments and integrate directly with Outlook for seamless calendar management. Which Microsoft 365 tool would best meet these requirements? So I have provided few options here. You have to guess the correct answer. You can pause the video and guess the right answer before I reveal it. So the correct answer is bookings. So let me give you a short explanation on why booking is the right answer. So Microsoft Booking is a scheduling tool that is part of Microsoft 365. Bookings helps organization manage appointments by allowing customers or internal users to book time with their staff through a simple online interface. You can think of Microsoft Booking as an online calendar that let people choose a time to meet with you or your team without the back and forth emails. It automatically handles configurations, reminders, and even scheduling or rescheduling. Some of the key benefits of bookings include time saving automation, 24/7 availability, customizable booking page, and integration with Microsoft 365. Most common use case for booking include customer service, internal meeting, and training sessions. So if you want to know a real world use case, let's pick up a healthcare clinic. A small clinic can use Microsoft Booking to let patients schedule appointments with doctors. By using this, it can reduce phone traffic and ensures doctors aren't double booked. When you download this pack, you can click on this reference link that will give you an ability to go directly to understand each topic in detail. I have included reference link on all the topics. Additionally, you can download this document as well if you don't want to watch the video. This document includes the question, the answer. More importantly, after the short explanation, I have provided a detailed explanation on why that topic is relevant or valid. And more importantly, you can go through what is the benefit, what are the common use cases, some real world examples on where it is being applicable, things like that. So this is a great study material if you are planning to pass the examination or in general you want to study Microsoft 365. You can find the link to download for both the pack and the documentation either on the YouTube description or in the blog. Question number two. A project coordinator at a mid-sized company is using Microsoft 365 to streamline team collaboration and task management. The coordinator needs a solution that allows assigning tasks to several team members, visualizing deadlines and schedules in a calendar view, and monitoring task progress through visual charts. Which Microsoft 365 tool would best meet these requirements and support effective team coordination? You can pause the video and guess the answer from the available options. The correct answer is Planner. So first and foremost, what is Microsoft Planner? Microsoft Planner is a task management tool that's part of Microsoft 365. It helps teams organize their work visually by allowing them to create plans, assign tasks, set deadlines, and track progress all in one place. So you can think of Microsoft Planner like a digital whiteboard with sticky notes. Each sticky note is a task and you can move them around, assigning them to people and mark them as complete. It's especially helpful for teams that want to stay organized and collaborate easily. Some of the key benefits of Planner include visual task management, team collaboration, integration with Microsoft 365, progress tracking, and notification and reminders. So some of the common use case of Planner include for project management, event planning, and marketing campaigns. So if I can give you a real world example on a retail store launch, a retail company can use Planner to coordinate the opening of a new store, and some of the tasks can include hiring staff, setting up a POS system, and stocking inventory. Each task is assigned to different departments and can track until completion. Let's look at question number 3. Consider the scenario where a company uses Microsoft 365 and needs to assess the risk level of sessions before allowing users to access resources. You need to recommend the primary component of zero trust model that should be configured to achieve this. Which component would you suggest? Scan through the options available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is identities. Identities based protection relies on user risk and session risk. Identities are crucial in this zero trust model because they serve as a foundation for access control and security. By verifying and continuously monitoring user identities and their behaviors, organizations can ensure that access to resources is granted only to authorized individuals and devices, reducing the risk of unauthorized access and potential breaches. Question number 4. A company uses Microsoft 365 and aims to enhance its security posture by addressing the principle of assumed breach. Considering this need, recommend the type of access that should be implemented to best achieve this goal. Out of all the presented options, which one do you think is the appropriate correct answer? The correct answer is network segmentation. Network segmentation is one of the most common techniques that is used to implement the principle of assumed breach. Network segmentation operates on a principle of never trust and always verify. This model assumes that threats can originate from both outside and inside the network. Therefore, access to resources must be continuously authenticated and authorized. Let's look at the importance of network segmentation. Network segmentation involves dividing a network into smaller, isolated segments to minimize the risk of a breach spreading across the entire network. This ensures that even if one segment is compromised, the threat is contained and does not affect other segments. Some of the key benefits of network segmentation include enhanced security, reduced attack surface, improved regulatory compliance, and efficient incident response. So if you want to know about a particular use case of how a financial services would implement network segmentation, is a financial services could implement network segmentation to protect customer data and transaction details by segmenting networks to ensure only authorized personnel have access. Or in a healthcare, they can isolate patient records and critical medical devices from other parts of network to maintain privacy and integrity. Question number 5. A company is looking to implement security measures for its Microsoft 365 workloads and needs a recommendation that meets specific criteria. The solution should provide network segmentation and encryption, control user access through mechanisms like just in time and just enough access, and ensure continuous authentication and authorization. Which security model would best suit these requirements? I kind of mentioned about the principle a couple of questions ago. The correct answer to the question is zero trust model. So let's understand what is zero trust model. The zero trust model is a security framework that operates on the principle of never trust, always verify. This means that no one, whether inside or outside the organization, is trusted by default. Every user and device must be verified before being granted access to the organization's resources. The model assumes that threats can come from anywhere, including within the network, and therefore every access request must be thoroughly checked and authenticated. The benefits of zero trust model include enhanced security, minimized attack surface, improved compliance, and better visibility. One of the use case of zero trust model include for remote work. With the rise of remote work, organizations need to ensure that employees can securely access company resources from anywhere. Zero trust ensures that every access request is authenticated and verified regardless of the user's location. Question number 6. A company is utilizing Microsoft 365 and requires real time policy evaluation for access control through segmentation. What is the primary component of the zero trust model that should be configured to meet this need? Let's pause the answer to see if we can come up with the right answer. The correct answer is network. So let's explore how network can be the right protection in this scenario. Network based protection focuses on securing the network layer by continuously monitoring and controlling traffic, enforcing segmentation, and applying policies based on identity, device health, and context. It ensures that even if a threat actor gains access to the network, their movement is restricted and monitored. Some of the key components of network include microsegmentation, network access control, firewall and intrusion detection prevention system, threat intelligence integration, things like that. Some of the real world network segmentation applications include Microsoft Defender for Cloud, Azure Firewall, and Microsoft Entra Conditional Access. In this MS-900 examination, you don't have to go deep, but on a conceptual level, you need to understand these topics. Question number 7. A company currently uses Microsoft Active Directory for user authentication on their devices. They want to identify which feature specifically depends on Microsoft Entra ID, which capability should be highlighted. So, compared to on prem Microsoft Active Directory, which of these features should be highlighted for Entra ID? Pause and see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is option 1, which is support for modern authentication. Microsoft Entra ID, which is formerly known as Azure Active Directory, plays a central role in implementing modern authentication strategies. So, first, let's understand what is modern authentication. Modern authentication refers to a set of authentication and authorization methods based on OAuth 2.0, OpenID Connect, and SAML. It replaces legacy authentication protocols like basic authentication, which are less secure. Some of the ways where Microsoft Entra ID supports modern authentication include token based authentication, single sign on, multi factor authentication, conditional access, passwordless authentication, and the integration with SaaS, IaaS, and PaaS services. Question number 8. A multinational organization uses Microsoft Entra ID to manage user authentication across its internal systems. The company is now partnering with an external vendor whose users are authenticated through a different identity provider. To enable seamless access to shared resources, the organization wants to allow these external users to authenticate using their existing credentials. What solution would you recommend enabling this cross identity provider access? Let's go through the options first, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Federation Trust. So let's understand what is Federation Trust in Microsoft Entra ID. Federation Trust in Microsoft Entra ID is a way to establish a secure relationship between two identity systems, typically between your organization's Entra ID and other identity provider. In simple terms, It allows users from one system to access resources in another system without needing to create a separate account or sign in again. This is done using a trust relationship where one system trusts the identity information provided by the other. Some of the key benefits of this is single sign-on, centralized identity management, improved security, and partner collaboration. Some of the common use cases where it is used is for B2B collaboration, hybrid identity, and third-party identity providers. Question number 9. A company relies on Microsoft Entra ID for user authentication but has not integrated it with Active Directory. The security team wants to proactively identify and respond to signs of user accounts compromise using Microsoft Defender. As a consultant, what solution would you recommend to help the company detect potentially compromised user accounts? So we have four different types of Defender here. Which Defender solution do you think is the right solution? The correct answer is Defender for Identity. Microsoft Defender for Identity is a cloud based security solution designed to help protect your organization from identity related threats. It works by monitoring and analyzing user activities and behaviors across your on premises Active Directory environment. Some of the key benefits of Defender for Identity include threat detection, real time alerts, behavior analytics, integration with Microsoft 365 Defender, and insider threat protection. Let's look at a real world example on how Defender for Identity can help you prevent a ransomware attack. If a company noticed unusual login attempts from a service account, Defender for Identity flagged it as a potential pass the ticket attack. The security team investigated and stopped the attacker before ransomware could be deployed. Let's look at question number 10. A cybersecurity analyst at a company notices unusual behavior on the internal network. The organization uses Microsoft Active Directory for user authentication across devices and applications. Concerned about potential insider threats, the analyst is tasked with recommending a Microsoft 365 Defender solution that can help detect and investigate such threats. Which Microsoft 365 Defender service should the analyst recommend? Let's go through the available option. The correct answer is once again Defender for Identity. I've given detailed explanation in the previous question, but again in this scenario, the Defender for Identity leverages Active Directory events to detect cyber attacks, targeting users and computers that are part of Active Directory domain. Question number 11. A compliance officer at a company that uses Microsoft 365 is tasked with reviewing the organization's data handling practices and ensuring adherence to regulatory standards. To begin this process, they need to access a centralized location that provides insights into compliance scores, audit logs, and regulatory documentations related to Microsoft 365 services. Which Microsoft 365 portal should the compliance officer use to find this information? There are four portals mentioned here. Which one do you think is the right answer? The correct answer is Microsoft Purview. So what is Microsoft Purview? Microsoft Purview is a unified data governance solution from Microsoft that helps organizations manage, protect, and understand their data across various environments, whether it is stored on premises or in Microsoft 365 or in Azure or in other cloud platforms. So, what does Microsoft Purview do? Purview can help you discover where your data is located, classify and label sensitive information like credit card numbers or personal data, help you monitor how data is being accessed and used, and it can help you apply policies to protect data and ensure compliance with regulations like GDPR or HIPAA. Some of the key benefits of Purview include data visibility, risk reduction, regulatory compliance, and unified governance. In a real world example, a hospital uses Microsoft Purview to classify patients' records and apply encryption policies, ensuring compliance with HIPAA regulations. Question number 12. A company has implemented Microsoft Entra ID to manage user identities. The security team has noticed that some internal users are attempting to access corporate applications from locations outside the approved IP address range. To enhance security, the company wants to ensure that such access attempts are automatically blocked. As a consultant, which Microsoft Entra ID feature would you recommend configuring to enforce this restriction? We have four Entra ID features available here. Which one do you think is going to be the right option? The correct answer is conditional access. Conditional access is a security feature in Microsoft Entra ID that helps organizations control how and when users can access apps and data. Think of it as a set of if then rules for access. If certain conditions are met, then access is granted or blocked. Using conditional access, you can check things like who is signing in, which is user identity, what device they are using, where they are signing in from, what app or service they are trying to access, whether the sign ins look risky or not. Based on these checks, it can decide whether to allow access, block access, or require extra steps like multi factor authentication. Some of the benefits of conditional access include improved security, flexibility, user productivity, and compliance. Let us look into question number 13. An organization that uses Microsoft Entra ID has noticed that its help desk is frequently overwhelmed with employee requests to reset or change their passwords. As an IT administrator, you are tasked with recommending a solution that would reduce the volume of these requests and empower users to manage their own credentials securely. Which Microsoft Entra ID feature would best address this issue? Let's go through these options available. The correct answer is self-service password reset. First, what is self-service password reset or SSPR? SSPR is a feature that allows users to reset their own passwords without needing to contact IT support. It's commonly used in systems like Microsoft Entra ID, which is formerly known as Azure Active Directory. In simple terms, SSPR lets users unblock or reset their account passwords by verifying their identity through methods like a code sent to their phone or email, or answering some security questions, or using authenticator apps to approve it. Once verified, users can create a new password on their own. Some of the benefits of self-service password reset include it reduces the help desk load, it improves user productivity, and enhances security. Question number 14. A security administrator at a company using Microsoft 365 notices a recent surge in suspicious activities targeting employee accounts. These incidents include unusual logging patterns and potential credential theft. To strengthen the organization's security posture, leadership wants a solution that can continuously monitor user behavior for anomalies, minimize the attack surface related to user identities, detect and investigate suspicious account activities. As an administrator, which Microsoft Defender solution would you recommend to address these requirements? I think we have gone through similar example before. I don't remember the question number. What do you think is going to be the right answer to solve these problems? The correct answer is Microsoft Defender for Identity. Microsoft 365 Defender for Identity is a cloud based security solution that prevents, identifies, protects, and resolves advanced threats and attacks against user accounts. It provides the ability to monitor suspicious behavior and patterns of users, reduce surface attacks, and investigate suspicious attacks on user accounts. If you want detailed explanation on Microsoft Defender for Identity, I think I have explained that on question number 9 or question number 10. Let's look at question number 15. A technology firm that relies on Microsoft 365 for daily operations has recently experienced concerns about potential insider threats, including intellectual property theft and unauthorized data sharing. As a security consultant, you are asked to recommend a Microsoft solution that can help the company detect and mitigate these types of internal risk. Which Microsoft 365 service would you suggest to address this concern? Pause this video, scan through the options available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft Purview. Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management uses indicators from Microsoft 365 and third parties to detect potentially risky activities. It uses logs from Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Graph, allowing a company to identify risk and take action to mitigate the risk. The detailed explanation, use cases, and real world example of Microsoft Purview is given on question number 11. Question number 16. A security administrator at a company using Microsoft 365 is tasked with ensuring that the organization's data stored in Microsoft Cloud Services complies with regulatory and security standards. To support this, the administrator needs access to official documentation that outlines how Microsoft protects customer data in the cloud. Which Microsoft tool should the administrator use to obtain this documentation? We haven't discussed this option before, so what do you think is the right answer? It's a very important one. You can expect one or two questions on this particular topic. The correct answer is Service Trust Portal or STP. So, what is Microsoft Service Trust Portal? It is a centralized platform that provides access to a wide range of security, compliance, and privacy information related to Microsoft Cloud Services. It's designed to help organizations understand how Microsoft protects customer data and how they can meet their own regulatory and compliance needs. Think of Service Trust Portal as a library of trust related documents and tools. It gives you insights into how Microsoft ensures the security and compliance of its services like Microsoft 365, Azure, and Dynamics 365. Some of the key benefits of Service Trust Portal include transparency, risk management, regulatory support, and continuous updates. One of the common use cases when your organization need to prove compliance and standards like ISO 27001 or GDPR, you can download audit reports from this particular portal. Another real world example could be a hospital planning to store patient data in Microsoft 365 uses the STP to download HIPAA compliance document to ensure Microsoft meets healthcare data protection standards. Question number 17. A healthcare organization that uses Microsoft 365 is preparing for an external audit to ensure compliance with data privacy regulations such as GDPR and HIPAA. The IT administrator has been tasked with implementing a solution that can define, enforce, and monitor data protection policies across the organization's cloud services. As the consultant, which Microsoft 365 tool would you recommend to help the organization meet its data privacy and compliance requirements? We haven't yet looked into this particular topic. What do you think is the right answer? The correct answer is Microsoft Priva. So first, let's understand what is Microsoft Priva. Microsoft Priva is a privacy management solution that helps organizations protect personal data and manage privacy risk more effectively. It is part of Microsoft Purview, which is a broader suite of tools for data governance and compliances. Microsoft Priva helps companies understand where personal data lives across their Microsoft 365 environment. It can help identify and reduce privacy risk like oversharing or data retention issues. It can empower employees to make better decisions about handling personal data, and it can automate privacy related tasks like responding to data subject requests, etc. Some of the key benefits of Priva include privacy risk management, data subject rights, which is known as DSR automation, employee awareness, and compliance support. Let's look at a couple of use cases. Customers can automatically identify where personal data is stored across Microsoft 365, helping with audit and compliance using Microsoft Priva. This helps with the data mapping aspect of things. If you look at a real world example, a retail chain receives a request from a customer to delete their personal data. Microsoft Priva helps the company locate all relevant data across email, SharePoint, and OneDrive and automates the deletion process. Question number 18. A company is transitioning to Microsoft 365 to enhance productivity and collaboration. As part of the rollout, the IT administrator is tasked with ensuring that users have access to several Microsoft 365 applications. While most apps can be accessed via the web, one specific application must be installed directly on each user's device to function properly. Which Microsoft 365 application requires local installation on users' computers? Which one of the app mentioned here do you think need the local installation? Correct answer is Access. Microsoft Access is a Microsoft 365 app that needs to be installed on a local computer to be used by a licensed user. So what is Microsoft Access? Microsoft Access is a database management system that is part of Microsoft 365 suite. It allows users to store, manage, and analyze large amount of data in a structured way using a graphical interface without needing to write complex code. Some of the key benefits of Access include user-friendly interface, data management, integration, automation, and multi-user support. Some of the common use cases include small businesses inventory management, customer relationship management, and project tracking. So if you look at a real world example, a school can use Access to maintain students' record, including grades, attendance, and contact information, and teachers can run queries to find students who need extra help. Question number 19. A company is deploying Microsoft 365 across all departments to enhance productivity and collaboration. While most applications will be accessed via the cloud, one particular app requires for creating professional publication is not available through the web interface. As the IT administrator, which application must be installed locally on each user's computer to ensure full functionality? Let's look at the options available and see if we can find the correct answer. The correct answer is Publisher. Publisher is a Microsoft 365 app that needs to be installed on a local computer to be used by a licensed user. What is Microsoft Publisher? Microsoft Publisher is a desktop publishing application that's part of the Microsoft 365 suite. It's designed to help users create professional looking documents that are visually rich, such as brochures, flyers, newsletters, and posters, without needing advanced graphic design skills. Think of Microsoft Publisher as a tool that lets you arrange text, pictures, and other elements on a page in a way that looks polished and ready for printing or sharing. Unlike Microsoft Word, which is more focused on text heavy documents, Publisher is all about layout and design. Benefits of Publisher include user friendly interface, professional templates, customizable layouts, integration with Microsoft 365, and print ready output. Some of the common use cases of using Publisher include for marketing materials, internal communication, and event planning. If you look at a real world example, a local clothing store can use Publisher to design seasonal sale flyers and prints them for in store distribution and mailing. Question number 20. A wellness clinic recently adopted Microsoft 365 to streamline its operations. The clinic wants to offer online appointment scheduling for its clients. They need a solution that allows them to define available time slots, set business hours, and include pricing details for different services. Additionally, they want clients to be able to book appointments through a public facing web page, and they need to maintain a contact list of all clients who schedule services. Which Microsoft 365 application would best meet these requirements? See if you can guess the right answer from the available option. The correct answer is bookings. So we have gone through a detailed explanation on booking on question number 1. Again, what is booking? Booking provides an easy way for the company to set appointment time and business hours, enables customers to schedule appointments and access contact list of customers. So if you want to know use cases, real world examples, you can refer to question number 1 where I provided additional insight into what is bookings. Question number 21. A company is looking to enhance its internal task management processes. The solution must enable employees to visually manage their work using a Kanban style interface. Additionally, it should integrate seamlessly with Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft Teams to streamline communication. The company also want to assign tasks directly with Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint using @mentions. As a consultant, which Microsoft 365 would you recommend to meet all these requirements? Let's go through the options available. The correct answer is Microsoft Planner. Microsoft Planner integrates with Outlook and Teams and allows employees to organize their tasks on a Kanban board, and it supports the use of @mention in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files for task assignments. I have provided detailed explanation on Microsoft Planner on question number 2. Please refer that for extra details. Question number 22. A company is preparing to roll out Microsoft 365 across its organization. During the planning phase, the chief security officer expresses concerns about the security of the company's email communications. Specifically, the CSO wants to ensure that the solution can effectively block email-borne viruses and reduce the volume of spam messages reaching users. As the IT consultant, you are tasked with recommending features that should be included in the email security configuration for Microsoft 365. Which two Microsoft 365 features should you recommend to address the CISO's concerns? So sometimes you can get multiple choice question as well. So in the real examination, if you get one answer right and one wrong, you will get partial points for that particular question. Try to always get both the answers right or 3 answers right so that you get full marks for that entire question. So let's look at the options available. What are the two options do you think are the right answers? The correct answers are anti-malware protection and anti-spam policies. Both of these are included in the exchange. So let's go through this one by one. What is anti-malware protection? Anti-malware protection is a security feature that helps detect, block, and remove malicious software from computers and networks. These malware includes viruses, worms, ransomware, spyware, and trojans, and programs designed to harm or steal the data. In Microsoft environments, anti-malware protection is often provided through Microsoft Defender for Endpoint or Microsoft Defender Antivirus, which continuously scans files, apps, and processes to prevent threats. Now let's understand what is anti-spam policies. Anti-spam policies are rules and filters used to detect and block unwanted or harmful email messages, commonly known as spam. These policies help prevent phishing attacks, scams, and junk mail from reaching users' inbox. In Microsoft 365, anti-spam policies are part of Microsoft Defender for Office 365. They analyze incoming emails for suspicious content, sender reputation, and attachments, and then take actions like moving them to the junk folder or blocking them entirely. Let's look at some of the benefits of anti malware protection. It prevents data breaches, reduces downtime, and protects endpoints. And some of the benefits of anti spam policies include improved productivity, protects against phishing, and enhances email security. Question number 23. A growing organization is transitioning to Microsoft 365 to enhance its internal and external communications. The IT administrator is tasked with selecting tools that will allow employees to collaborate through chat, voice calls, and virtual meetings, exchange information via email, manage calendars for scheduling meetings and appointments. As the administrator, which two Microsoft 365 applications would you recommend to fulfill these requirements? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Let's go through the available options first. See if you can guess the correct answer. The correct answers are Microsoft Teams and Microsoft Exchange. Teams provide capabilities to meet, chat, call, and collaborate in one place, and Exchange provides a user with a personalized inbox to deal with emails and capture events in a calendar. So let's do a bit more deep dive into what this application does. First, let's look into what is Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is a collaboration platform that brings together chat, video meetings, file sharing, and app integration all in one place. It's a part of Microsoft 365 and designed to help teams work together with efficiently, whether they are in the same office or spread across the world. Now let's look into what is Microsoft Exchange. Microsoft Exchange is a mail and calendar server that powers email, scheduling, contacts, and tasks. It's the backend service behind Outlook and is also part of Microsoft 365. Some of the benefits of Exchange include email hosting, shared calendars, mobile access, etc. Let's look at question number 24. A company that uses Microsoft 365 wants to improve internal communication and employee engagement. The leadership team is looking for a solution that can display a centralized dashboard for quick access to tools and resources, deliver tailored news and announcement to individual users, show a customized list of tasks and responsibilities for each employee. As a Microsoft 365 consultant, which application would you recommend to meet these needs? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Viva Connections. Let's understand what is Viva Connections. Microsoft Viva Connections is a feature within Microsoft Viva designed to bring together internal communications company resources, and employee engagement tools directly into Microsoft Teams. Think of it as a personalized digital workspace or intranet that lives inside Teams, tailored to each employee's role and location. So you can think of Viva Connections act like a company branded homepage inside Microsoft Teams. It helps employees quick access to news, conversations, tasks, and resources without needing to switch between apps or platforms. Some of the benefits of Viva Connection include centralized access for employees can find everything they need like news, policies, tools and tasks in one place, improved communication, personalization and it boosts engagement. Some of the use case include you can use it for internal communication where you can share company wide news, CEO messages or HR updates, or resource hubs or onboarding. If you want to look at a real world example, a large retail company could use Viva connections to keep store employees updated on promotions, policy changes, and training videos, accessible right from their mobile devices in Teams. Let's look at question number 25. A large organization that uses Microsoft 365 is preparing to host a virtual company wide meeting using Microsoft Teams. The event is expected to have approximately 4,500 participants. As part of the planning process, the IT administrator needs to determine how many attendees will be able to actively share their screens during the session. Given this scenario, what is the maximum number of participants who can use the screen sharing feature simultaneously in a team Microsoft Teams meeting? Let's go through the options first. The correct answer is 1000. The screen sharing capability is supported for up to 1000 participants of a meeting. While meetings can accommodate up to 20,000 participants, the remaining participants have view only capabilities. So, what happens to screen sharing at 1000 plus participants? The first 1000 participants can interact fully. They can view shared screens, speak, chat, and react. And the participants beyond 1000 enter a view only mode. They can see the shared screen, but they cannot share their own screen, they cannot unmute themselves or interact directly, and they cannot use chat or reactions. So, some of the tips for managing this limitation include using Teams live events if you expect more than 1000 attendees and don't need interaction. And you can promote key participants like presenters or panelists early to ensure they are within the interactive group. Or you can record the session so that others can watch it later if they can't join interactively. Question number 26. A global consulting firm has recently adopted Microsoft 365 to enhance team productivity. The IT administrator is tasked with selecting a file collaboration solution that supports the following needs. Employees often work in remote areas with limited or no internet access and must continue working on files. Teams need to securely share documents with both internal colleagues and external partners. The solution must offer native apps compatible with macOS, Windows, and mobile platforms. As the administrator, which Microsoft 365 solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Microsoft OneDrive. Microsoft OneDrive is a cloud based storage service that allows you to save files online and access them from any device within an internet connection. Think of it like a digital locker where you can store documents, photos, videos, and more without needing a USB drive or external hard disk. Some of the benefits of Microsoft OneDrive include anywhere access, automatic backup, real time collaboration, version history, and security and compliance. Common use case include you can use it for personal file storage, team collaboration, and document management. Question number 27. A large organization that uses Microsoft 365 is planning a virtual town hall meeting for its entire workforce of 4,500 employees. The leadership team wants to ensure that everyone can join the session and that participants can engage through a moderated Q&A feature during the event. As an IT administrator, which Microsoft 365 solution would you recommend to fulfill these requirements? Let's look at the options available. See if you can guess the right answer. I kind of explained the answer a couple of questions ago. The correct answer is live event. Microsoft Teams Live Event is a feature within Microsoft Teams designed to broadcast video and content to large online audiences. It's ideal for situations where a few presenters need to communicate with many viewers, such as company wide announcements, webinars, or training sessions. In simple terms, a live event is like a virtual stage. A small group of people, the producers and presenters run the event, while large audience up to 20,000 attendees watches it live. Unlike regular Teams meetings, attendees in a live event can't turn on their microphones or cameras. They can only watch and interact through moderated Q&A. Some of the benefits of live event is scalability, controlled environment, integration with Microsoft 365, recording and playback, and moderated Q&A. Most common use case is leadership team can share updates with all employees using company-wide town halls. Or marketing teams can introduce new products to customers or partners using product launches using live events. Question number 28. A company is planning to enhance collaboration and document management across its departments. The IT team is tasked with selecting a productivity solution that meets the following requirements. Requirements are enables secure shared file storage accessible by department members, support real-time co-authoring of documents within departments, integrates seamlessly with Microsoft Power Automate to streamline workflows. As a consultant, which Microsoft 365 solution would you recommend to fulfill these requirements? Let's look at the solutions available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft SharePoint Team Sites. A Microsoft SharePoint team site is a collaborative workspace in Microsoft 365 where teams can store, organize, and share information securely. It's designed to help groups work together more efficiently by providing a central location for documents, conversation, calendar, and task. Some of the key benefits of Microsoft SharePoint team include centralized document management, real-time collaboration, customizable templates, and secure access. Some of the most common use cases include you can use SharePoint team site to track tasks, timelines, and documents related to a specific project. Or HR, IT, or finance departments can use it to share policies, forms, and updates. A real world example could be a marketing department uses SharePoint team site to manage campaign assets, track deadlines, and share updates with stakeholders so that everyone can access the latest version of browsers, presentations, and reports. Let's look at question number 29. A large organization that uses Microsoft 365 is preparing to host a company wide virtual event using Microsoft Teams. The event is expected to have 4,500 attendees. Some of these participants will be joining the meeting by dialing in from their phones rather than using the Teams app or web interface. As the administrator responsible for configuring the meeting settings, you need to determine the maximum number of users who can join the meeting via dial in audio conferencing. What is the maximum number of phone-based participant that Microsoft Teams support for a single meeting? We have gone through this example before. What do you think is the right answer? The correct answer is 1000. Microsoft Teams audio conferencing supports up to 1000 participants. This limit applies to participants who join the meeting by dialing in via phone rather than using the Teams app or web interface. It's part of the broader meeting capacity, which can include up to 1000 interactive participants and up to 20,000 view only attendees, depending on the license and meeting type. Question number 30. A technology firm that uses Microsoft 365 wants to streamline its onboarding processes for new employees. The HR and IT departments are collaborating to create a centralized knowledge hub that helps new hires quickly learn about internal tools, processes, and subject matter experts. The company has outlined the following requirements for the solution: automatically generate content pages for each topic area, ensure each page includes a definition of the topic and identifies relevant experts, allow designated experts to review, edit, and approve the content before it is published. As a Microsoft 365 consultant, which solution would you recommend to meet these needs? Scan through these available solution offerings. Which one do you think is the right answer? We haven't discussed this topic. The correct answer is Microsoft Viva Topics. First, let's understand what is Microsoft Viva Topics. Viva Topics is a knowledge management solution within Microsoft Viva that uses AI to automatically organize content and expertise across your organization into easily accessible topics. Think of it as a smart Wikipedia for your company, created and updated by AI and refined by people. When employees create documents, send emails, or chat in Microsoft 365, Viva Topics scans that content and identifies key topics like projects, products, or processes. It then builds topic pages and cards that appear in apps like SharePoint, Outlook, and Teams. These cards give quick summaries, related documents, and experts on the topic, helping people learn faster without having to search manually. Some of the benefits of Viva Topic include faster knowledge discovery, improved productivity, knowledge retention, and AI powered automation. Let's look at some of the use cases. New hires can quickly get up to speed by reading topic pages about key topics, tools, and teams, or teams working together can understand each other's terminology and resources more easily. And if you look at a real world example, a large retail company can use Viva Topic to organize knowledge about store operations, point of sale systems, and inventory processes. When a new store manager joins, they can instantly access topic cards on POS troubleshooting or just in time inventory without needing to ask IT or operations teams. Question number 31. A company that uses Microsoft 365 is exploring new productivity tools to enhance internal communication and collaboration. The IT team is tasked with selecting a solution that meets the following criteria. The criteria include ensures secure messaging between users across various departments within the organization, restricts access to only employees who have valid corporate email addresses, offers a dedicated desktop application for communication, includes features for inline video playback and automatic transcription using Microsoft Stream. As the administrator, which Microsoft 365 solution would you recommend fulfilling these requirements? Let's go through these options available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft Viva Engage Internal Network. Microsoft Viva internal network provides secure communication with users across multiple departments in the same company. And it limits access to company members with a valid email address, as well as supporting communication through dedicated desktop application and playing of videos in line for automatic generation of transcription with Microsoft Stream. So, what does this internal network mean in Viva Engage? The internal network in Viva Engage refers to a private, secure space within your organization where employees can connect, share knowledge, and participate in conversation. It is like a company wide social media platform, but focused on work related collaboration, culture, and community building. Some of the key benefits of Viva Engage internal network include improved communication, stronger community building, leadership engagement, knowledge sharing, and integration with Microsoft 365. Question number 32. A company has recently adopted Microsoft 365 to enhance productivity. The sales and customer support teams currently rely on email to communicate. However, they now need a more efficient way to work together on shared documents, allowing them to co author and provide feedback in real time. As the IT administrator, you are tasked with recommending collaboration tools within Microsoft 365 that will enable both teams to edit and comment on documents simultaneously. Which three Microsoft 365 solutions would best support this requirement? So, to get complete mark on this question, you need to find three correct answers. What are the three correct answers? The answers are Microsoft OneNote, Microsoft SharePoint, and Microsoft Teams. On a super high level, OneNote provides the capability to share a notebook, insert link files, and real time editing. SharePoint SharePoint provides an intranet site for sharing files and real time editing and is ideal for this particular scenario. And Microsoft Teams provides the capability to set up a team with channels for specific people to share files and real time editing. On a super high level, what is Microsoft OneNote? Microsoft OneNote is a digital notebook that lets you take notes, organize information, and collaborate with others. Think of it as a virtual binder where you can write, draw, insert images, and clip web content. Some of the benefits of OneNote include it helps you organize notes into sections and pages, syncs across devices, which is PC, phone, and tablet, supports multimedia, which is text, images, audio, and video, and it is great for personal and team productivity. Let's look at on a super high level what is Microsoft SharePoint. SharePoint is a web based platform used to store, organize, and share and access information from any device. It's often used to build intranet site and manage documents. The benefits of SharePoint include centralized document storage and version control, customizable team sites for collaboration, integration with Microsoft 365 apps, and secure access and permission controls. And I have explained Microsoft Teams in detail on multiple other questions. Let's look at question number 33. A company that uses Microsoft 365 wants to ensure its employees always have access to the latest features in Microsoft Office applications as soon as they are released. As the IT administrator, you are tasked with selecting the most appropriate update channel to meet this requirement. Which Microsoft 365 update channel should you choose? Let's go through the available options. The correct answer is current channel. So first, let's understand what is the current channel. The current channel is the one of the update channels available in Microsoft 365 for delivering new features security updates, and improvements to apps like Word, Excel, Outlook, and Teams. In simple terms, the current channel is the update path that gives users the newest Microsoft 365 features as soon as they are ready. It's designed for users who want to use the latest tools and improvements without waiting for scheduled releases. Some of the benefits of the current channel include immediate access to new features, security updates, bug fixes and improvements, and no need to wait for scheduled releases. This is ideal for organizations or teams that want to stay on the cutting edge of productivity tools. Let's look at a real world example. An IT department can use the current channel for a small group of users to test a new Microsoft Teams feature before deploying them across the agency. Let's look at question number 34. A global organization with 1,000 employees has standardized on Microsoft Surface devices for its workforce. The IT department is exploring a virtual desktop infrastructure solution that can deliver a personalized desktop experience to each user. The solution must support biometric sign in using Surface hardware, enable seamless use of digital pen and inking features, and reduce the overhead of managing the environment. As the IT consultant, which Microsoft solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? See if you can guess the right answer from the available options. The correct answer is Microsoft Azure Virtual Desktop. Let's understand what is Azure Virtual Desktop. AVD is a cloud-based service from Microsoft that allows users to access a full Windows desktop and application from virtually anywhere. It's like having a Windows PC in the cloud that you can log into from your own device, whether that's a laptop, tablet, or even a phone. Imagine your work computer is not tied to your desk anymore. Instead, it lives in Microsoft's cloud. You can log into it securely from home, a cafe, or while traveling, and it looks and feels just like a regular Windows desktop. That's what Azure Virtual Desktop offers. Some of the benefits of Azure Virtual Desktop include remote access, cost efficiency, security, scalability, and centralized management. Common use cases for AVD include remote work, bring your own device scenario, temporary or seasonal workers, and highly regulated industries. So, if you look at a real world example, developers can access powerful virtual machine in the cloud to run resource intensive application without needing high end local hardware. Or a retail company provides temporary staff with virtual desktop during the holiday season, avoiding the cost of purchasing new laptops. Question number 35. A technology firm is planning to deploy a virtual desktop infrastructure to support its remote workforce. The IT team is looking for a solution that allows multiple users to share computing resources efficiently. Additionally, they want to streamline user profile management using FSLogix containers and reduce the ongoing maintenance workload for administrators. As a cloud solutions architect, which Microsoft 365 compatible virtual desktop solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? Let's look at the available options, see if you can guess the right answer. I'm sure you know the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft Azure Virtual Desktop. I kind of given you the explanation on what are the benefits and what are the use cases and what are the common use cases and the real world scenario for Azure Virtual Desktop in the previous question. Please refer that. To give you some additional context on FSLogix, in AVD, there is an ability to share the desktop compute resources across multiple users and optimizes the management of user profiles by using FSLogix container technology and minimizes the maintenance overhead. Question number 36. A company has recently adopted Microsoft 365 and is exploring options for a secure cloud based desktop environment. The IT team is looking for a solution that supports a pay as you go pricing model, allows the use of Windows 7 virtual desktops with extended security updates at no additional cost, and integrates with FS Logic's profile container for user profile management. As a cloud architect, which desktop as a service solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? I should have positioned this question a bit later on. I'm sure you would have guessed the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft Azure Virtual Desktop. All other explanation is the same, but I just want to highlight that in this question there is something called the company want to use Windows 7 virtual desktops with extended security updates. So for that, the only option right now available is Azure Virtual Desktop. Question number 37. A technology firm has recently adopted Microsoft 365 and is operating to roll out a large number of new Windows 10 and Windows 11 devices to its employees. The IT department is looking for a solution that can streamline the initial setup process, ensure secure configuration, and integrate seamlessly with their current device and application management tools. As a consultant, which Microsoft service would you recommend to help the company effectively manage the entire device lifecycle while meeting these requirements? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Windows Autopilot. So we haven't gone through this yet. So what is Windows Autopilot? Windows Autopilot is a cloud-based service from Microsoft that simplifies the process of setting up and configuring new Windows devices. It's designed to help IT departments deploy new devices with minimal effort, especially in large organizations. Imagine if you buy a new laptop for work, instead of the IT team manually setting it up with company apps, settings, and security policies, Windows Autopilot does it automatically as soon as the device connects to the internet. The user just logs in with their work credentials and everything is configured in the backend. Some of the key benefits of Windows Autopilot include zero touch deployment, standardized setup, time and cost savings, integration with Microsoft Intune, and improved user experience. Common use cases include remote onboarding, device refresh cycles, and temporary or for contract workers. Let's look at a real world example. A consulting company with a mobile workforce uses Autopilot to ship laptops directly to consultants. As soon as they log in, the device installs necessary apps like Microsoft Teams, Outlook, and other security tools. Let's look at question number 38. An organization manages its devices using Microsoft Intune. The IT administrator has been asked to monitor device compliance, assess device health, and analyze trends using built in reporting tools. As part of this task, which Microsoft Admin Center should the administrator use to access these reports? Let's go through the options available. The correct answer is Microsoft Endpoint Manager. So, what is Microsoft Endpoint Manager? Microsoft Endpoint Manager or MEM is a unified platform from Microsoft that enable organization manage secure their devices, apps and users across both cloud and on-premises environment. It combines several tools including Microsoft Intune and Configuration Manager into a single solution. The Endpoint Manager Admin Center shows Intune reports about device compliance, health and trends. Question number 39. A company that relies on Microsoft 365 for its operations is looking to monitor and report on the security status of its user identities, devices, and applications. As a consultant, you are tasked to guide the IT team on where they can find this information within the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. Which administrative portal should you recommend they use to access these security insights? Let's look at the available options. The correct answer is security and compliance. The Security and Compliance Admin Center has security score showing the company's security posture and how to improve it. It also has reports about tracking the protection of infrastructure, apps, devices, and identities. Think of Security and Compliance Center as a control room for your organization's digital safety and rules. It helps you protect sensitive data, monitor user activities, and ensures your organization follow legal and regulatory requirements. Some of the key benefits of Security and Compliance Center portal include centralized management, data protection, regulatory compliance, threat management, and audit and reporting. Common use cases include you can configure DLP, which is data loss prevention, you can do e-discovery, you can create retention policies, and you can do insider risk management. So one of the real world example could include a legal firm uses e-discovery to gather emails and documents related to a lawsuit, ensuring they can respond to legal requests efficiently. Question number 40. A retail company is currently operating Microsoft Exchange and SharePoint servers on premises. As part of its digital transformation strategy, the company decides to adopt Microsoft 365 and move these services to the cloud. The IT team is reviewing the shared responsibility model for software as a service to understand what aspects of cloud management they will still need to handle after the migration. As the cloud administrator, which two areas will your team continue to manage under the SaaS model? You need to pick right two answers to get full marks on this question. The correct answers are data and access. With the SaaS cloud model, the organization is responsible for managing the data hosted on the applications and managing access to the applications. Operating systems, compute, and storage are not managed by organization in the SaaS cloud model. SaaS is a way of delivering software application over the internet. So instead of buying and installing software on individual computers or servers, users access it through a web browser. The software is hosted and maintained by a provider like Microsoft, Google, or Salesforce, and customers usually pay a subscription fee to use it. Even though software is managed by the provider, the customer is still responsible for managing data and access. So let's look at what are the things customer need to do in the managing data aspect. Customers decide what data goes into the system and who can see or edit it. And customer is responsible for data privacy, compliance, and backups depending on the provider's shared responsibility model. Let's look at the access component of it. Customers need to control who can log in and what they can do. This helps prevent unauthorized access and protect sensitive information. Tools like role based access control and multi factor authentication and conditional access policies are often used to manage this. Some of the benefits of SaaS include cost effectiveness, scalability, automatic updates, and it's collaboration friendly. Common use case include services like Microsoft 365 or Gmail or Netflix. One of the real world example is Microsoft 365 offers Word, Excel, Outlook, Teams, and more as a cloud based service so that organizations can use it for communication, collaboration, and productivity. Question number 41. A mid sized organization is planning to adopt a new productivity platform to support its growing workforce. The IT department has two main goals: ensure that all employees can easily access Microsoft Office applications, reduce the overhead associated with maintaining and managing the solution. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend the most suitable type of cloud service that aligns with these requirements. What type of cloud service model should you suggest? Go through these available options, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is software as a service. Companies should use Microsoft 365, which is an example of software as a service. SaaS provides the ability to use software without the need for development of custom software based solutions or managing the underlying network, storage, and compute services. So, if you want to know more about what is SaaS, I've explained that in the question number 40. Question number 42. A company currently hosts multiple databases on Microsoft SQL Server within its on premises data center. As part of its modernization strategy, the company wants to migrate these databases to the cloud. The IT team has specified that the cloud solution must handle tasks such as installing the necessary software, performing regular backups, and managing upgrades to the database engine. As a cloud consultant, which type of cloud database service would you recommend to meet these requirements? Again, we have four different types of cloud services available here. Which one do you think is the right answer? The correct answer for this question is platform as a service. Platform as a service is a similar to IaaS virtual machine but offers a specific service with most of the management being the responsibility of the cloud provider. Some of the key benefits of platform as a service include faster deployment, cost efficiency, scalability, and built in tools. You can think of platform as a service like a fully equipped kitchen in a rental apartment. You don't need to buy the stove, fridge, or utensils. You just bring your ingredients, that is your code, and start cooking, which is developing your application. The cloud provider takes care of everything else behind the scenes. Let's look at question number 43. A company currently operates all its business applications and services from an on premises data center. The IT leadership team is exploring the possibility of migrating some or all workloads to a cloud environment. As part of their evaluation, they want to understand the advantages of adopting cloud technologies. In this context, what is the one key benefit the company could gain by moving to the cloud? Pause the video and read these four available options and see if you can guess the correct answer. The correct answer is the cloud allows resources to scale up and down as business needs change. Moving to the cloud provides unlimited computing power using a pay as you go pricing model. This allows scaling up and down to meet the business needs. Another advantage is moving to the cloud reduces the capital investment, shifting expenses to operational expenses. Think of it like using electricity. You don't need to own a power plant to use electricity at home. You just plug in and pay for what you use. Similarly, the cloud computing will allow you to access computing resources on demand and pay only for what you use. Some of the key benefits include cost efficiency, scalability, reliability, and security. Some of the common use cases are for data storage and backup, website hosting, software as a services like M365, Salesforce, or Zoom, or development and for testing or big data analytics. Question number 44. A mid sized organization currently relies entirely on premises infrastructure and provides all employees with Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2019. The CIO is exploring a transition to Microsoft 365 to modernize the workplace and enable cloud based productivity tools. As part of the planning process, you are asked to determine which Microsoft cloud service would allow employees to access Microsoft 365 applications such as Word, Excel, and Outlook online. Which Microsoft cloud service should you recommend to support this transition? Let's look at the available four options, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft Entra ID. Microsoft 365 uses Microsoft Entra ID, which is formerly known as Azure Active Directory, to control access to its resources. So, what is Microsoft Entra ID? So, think of Microsoft Entra ID as a digital gatekeeper. It checks who you are, which is your identity, and decides what you can access, which is the authorization. It ensures that only the right people using secure method can access the right resource at the right time. This helps organizations securely manage who can access their application, system, and data both in the cloud and on premises. Some of the common use cases are organizations use Entra ID to let employees securely access Microsoft 365, Salesforce, or other SaaS application with a single login. Let's look at question number 45. A retail company is preparing to adopt Microsoft 365 for its operations. The finance team has requested a billing setup that reduces how often payments need to be processed, making it easier to manage through the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. As the IT administrator, which billing frequency should you recommend to meet this requirement? Let's look at the four options available. The correct answer is annual. Microsoft 365 offers annual billing, which provides the lowest billing frequency. Annual billing in Microsoft 365 means you commit to 1 year subscription for your selected plan and pay either once per year upfront payment or monthly, but with a 1 year commitment. Key features of annual billing include low cost per user, license commitment because you commit to a set number of licenses for a year. You can add more licenses during the term, but you can't reduce them until renewal. Other benefits include cost saving, budget predictability, and simplified management. Question number 46. A medium sized enterprise is transitioning to Microsoft 365 for its productivity and collaboration needs. As part of its long term IT strategy, the company wants to ensure access to Microsoft software assurance benefits, such as license mobility and training vouchers. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend a licensing option that includes these benefits. Which Microsoft 365 pricing model should you suggest to meet the company's requirements? Look at these options available. The correct answer is Microsoft Volume Licensing. So, what is Microsoft Volume Licensing? Microsoft Volume Licensing is a program designed for organizations like businesses, schools, and government agencies that need multiple licenses for Microsoft software and services. Instead of buying individual licenses for each device or users, volume licensing allows you to purchase a set of licenses in bulk, often in a discounted rate. So think of it's like buying a bulk at a warehouse store. If you are a company with 100 employees, instead of buying 100 separate copies of Microsoft Office, you will get a volume license that covers all users. This makes it easier to manage, deploy, update software across your organization. Some of the key benefits of volume license include cost saving, simplified management, flexible licensing option, and software assurance. Most common users of these volume licenses are large enterprises, educational institutions, and government agencies. Question number 47. A mid sized organization recently equipped all its staff with Microsoft Office 2019, but did so without entering into a Microsoft volume licensing agreement. As the company plans to migrate to Microsoft 365, leadership is seeking a cost effective way to license users during the transition. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend a user subscription license, which is USL option that would help minimize expenses during this shift. Which licensing solution would you suggest? Here we have four different licensing options. Which one do you think is the right answer? The correct answer is add on user subscription licenses or licensing. So this USL stands for user subscription license. So let's look at what is add-on user subscription license. An add-on USL is a type of license in Microsoft Cloud Service like Microsoft 365 or Dynamics 365 that provides additional features or capabilities on top of a base license. Think of it like this. You have a base license that gives you access to core features, and you can then add on extra capabilities by purchasing an add-on USL instead of buying a more expensive full license. Benefits of add-on USLs include cost efficiency, flexibility, scalability, and compliance. Some of the common add-ons are security add-on, compliance add-on, or communication add-ons. An example of a communication add-on is audio conferencing to Microsoft Teams for dial-in meetings. Example of compliance add-on is adding Microsoft Purview information protection for data governance. An example of security add-on is adding Microsoft Defender for Microsoft Office 365 to protect against phishing and malware. Question number 48. A mid sized enterprise currently operates entirely within an on premises infrastructure and holds an active Microsoft volume licensing agreement. As part of its digital transformation strategy, the company is preparing to adopt Microsoft 365 services. The IT department wants to ensure that existing licensing investments are maximized during this transition. As a consultant, which user subscription license option would you recommend to help the company take advantage of its current licensing benefits while moving to Microsoft 365? Like the previous question, we have four options available. See if you can guess the right answer. It's definitely not add-on USLs. The correct answer this time is from Software Assurance User Subscription License, or SAUSLs. So what is Software Assurance User Subscription Licenses? SA is a short form of Software Assurance. USL is a short form of User Subscription Licenses. These are licenses offered by Microsoft under its volume licensing programs, specifically for cloud services like Microsoft 365, Office 365, and Enterprise Mobility plus Security, which is known as EMS. They are designed for organizations that already have on premises licenses with software assurance and wants to extend their rights to cloud services without buying full new licenses. Some of the benefits of software assurance USLs are cost savings, hybrid flexibility, license portability, and simplified management. One of the use case of this software assurance include organizations can assign software assigned user subscription licenses to temporary staff who need cloud access without overhauling their entire licensing model. Let's look at a real world example. A public sector organization with Office Professional Plus and Software Assurance uses SAUSLs to give employees access to Microsoft 365 cloud services without buying full licenses. Question number 49. A retail company recently transitioned to Microsoft 365 and decided to purchase its licenses through a certified Microsoft partner rather than directly from Microsoft. As the IT administrator, you are reviewing the billing setup to ensure it aligns with the company's procurement method. Which type of billing account is most likely configured in this scenario? Let's go through these available three options. The correct answer is Microsoft Customer Agreement. So let's understand what is the Microsoft Customer Agreement, or MCA. In simple terms, Microsoft Customer Agreement is a contract between the customer and Microsoft. It is accepted digitally, making it easier and faster to manage. It is flexible, allowing you to buy directly from Microsoft or through a partner, and it has unified, covering all Microsoft cloud services and software purchases under one agreement. So some of the benefits of MCA is simplified purchasing, transparency, flexibility, digital acceptance, and global consistency. Let's look at a real world example. A retail company opening stores in multiple countries can use this MCA to standardize its Microsoft 365 and Azure subscriptions across all locations, avoiding need for separate agreements in each region. Question number 50. A mid sized organization has recently adopted Microsoft 365 to enhance collaboration and productivity across departments. The IT team is now focused on ensuring that employees effectively uses new tools and services available through the platform. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend a support solution that will help drive user engagement and adoption of Microsoft 365 services. Which Microsoft support option would best meet the company's needs? Let's go through the four options available, see if you can guess the right answer. I'm sure you have heard of this. If not, the correct answer is Microsoft Fast Track. What is Microsoft Fast Track? Microsoft Fast Track is a free service provided by Microsoft to help organizations successfully deploy Microsoft 365, Azure, and Dynamics 365 solutions. It's designed to guide IT teams and administrators through the planning, onboarding, and adoption phases of cloud services. Think of Microsoft Fast Track as a support program that helps your organization move to the cloud smoothly. It provides expert guidance, best practices, tools to make sure your deployment is successful and your users are ready to use the new services. The key benefits of Fast Track include expert guidance, accelerated deployment, user adoption support, and reduced risk. Some of the most common uses where customers use Fast Track is for migrating emails and files to your Microsoft 365 like Exchange Online, OneDrive, and SharePoint, or setting up Microsoft Teams for collaboration, or implementing security features like Defender or conditional access. Question number 51. A mid sized organization is using Microsoft 365 for its daily operations. The IT director is concerned about managing support requests efficiently and wants a dedicated point of contact to handle all technical issues and service escalations. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend a Microsoft support plan that includes a assigned account manager to oversee support related matters. Which Microsoft support plan would best meet this requirement? So let's go through these options available. The correct answer is Microsoft Unified. Let's understand what is Microsoft Unified. Microsoft Unified is a premium support offering from Microsoft designed to help organizations get the most out of their Microsoft technologies. It provides a comprehensive, proactive, and personalized support experience that goes beyond traditional break fix support. In simple terms, Microsoft Unified is like having a dedicated team of Microsoft experts who help your organization prevent issues before they happen, resolve problems faster when they do occur, or optimize your use of Microsoft products and services. It's tailored to meet the need of large enterprises and government organizations that rely heavily on Microsoft technologies across cloud, on premises, and hybrid environments. Some of the key benefits include proactive support, faster issue resolution, dedicated account management, comprehensive coverage, and training and knowledge sharing. Question number 52. A company relies on Microsoft OneDrive for document collaboration across departments. Recently, the CSO raised a concern after noticing that users are being shown suggestions for files they haven't accessed or worked on before. The CSO suspects this behavior could pose a security risk by exposing sensitive content. As an IT administrator, they are asked to determine which Microsoft 365 service is responsible for generating these file suggestions. Which service should you investigate? Scan through the options available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft Graph. Finding content in OneDrive is simplified through the Graph application programming interface. This feature provides file recommendations based on your relationship to other people, how you received various files, and when you last accessed them. So let's understand what is this Microsoft Graph in detail. Microsoft Graph is a powerful tool that connects various Microsoft 365 services and data through a single unified API. Think of it as a bridge that allows developers and IT administrators to access and interact with data from services like Outlook, Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive, and more, all in one place. Imagine your organization uses Microsoft 365 for emails, calendars, files, and communication. Microsoft Graph lets you pull all the information together and use it to build applications, automate tasks, and analyze data. It's like having a central hub that understands how everything in Microsoft 365 is connected. Some of the most common use cases include you can automate user provisioning, group creation, or role assignments, or you can use that to track sign ins, detect risky behavior, and enforce conditional access policies, etc. Question number 53. A global organization relies on Microsoft 365 for its productivity and collaboration tools. The IT department is tasked with managing how updates are delivered to users across the company. Their goals are to ensure that critical security and quality updates are applied immediately to protect the environment while also reducing the frequency of feature changes that might disrupt user workflows. Additionally, they want to delay the rollout of new features for as long as possible to allow for internal testing and training. As the IT administrator, which update channel configuration should you recommend to meet these requirements? We have four update channel options available. I hope you can spot the correct answer here. The right answer is semi-annual enterprise channel. So now let's understand what is this semi-annual enterprise channel. This is one of the updates channel available in Microsoft 365 apps designed specifically for organizations that prioritize stability and predictability over having the latest features right away. In simple terms, semi-annual enterprise channel is a Microsoft 365 update schedule that delivers new features and updates to apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook only twice a year, typically in January or July. This channel is ideal for businesses that want to minimize disruptions caused by frequent changes. Some of the benefits of this channel include stability and predictability, reduced change management, compliance, and control. Use cases include companies with thousands of users often prefer this semi annual enterprise channel to ensure that updates don't disrupt business operations. Question number 54. A large organization that relies on Microsoft 365 is planning to roll out a virtual desktop infrastructure for 1,000 employees. The IT team has outlined several key requirements for the solution. Each user must receive a dedicated virtual desktop with guaranteed compute resources. The solution must natively support integration with Microsoft Intune and Microsoft Defender without requiring additional software installation. Virtual desktops should be automatically provisioned when a user is assigned a license, and the IT department want to reduce ongoing maintenance efforts as much as possible. Which Microsoft solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? We have four options available here. The correct answer is Windows 365 Enterprise. So let's understand what is this Windows 365 Enterprise. This Windows 365 Enterprise is a cloud-based service from Microsoft that allows organizations to stream a full Windows desktop experience to any device. So think of it as a virtual PC that lives in the cloud, which employees can access securely from anywhere using any device with an internet connection. So instead of having a physical computer at your desk, Windows 365 Enterprise gives you a virtual computer in the cloud. You log in and everything, your apps, files, and settings is just how you left it, no matter where you are or what device you are using. Some of the key benefits of Windows 365 Enterprise include anywhere access, security, scalability, simplified management, and consistent experience. And you would have noticed we have two options, Windows 365 Business and Enterprise. Why did I choose the Enterprise one? Because in the question there is an option mentioned here, like they are looking for a virtual desktop infrastructure for 1000 employees. If it was less than 300, we can suggest the business. Because it is more than 300, the only option available is Windows 365 Enterprise. Let's look at question number 55. A retail company has recently acquired a Microsoft 365 subscription and plans to roll out new Windows 11 devices to its employees. The IT department wants to streamline the deployment process by ensuring that each device automatically installs necessary applications and applies company specific configurations during the initial setup. Additionally, they want to avoid manual setup by IT staff for each individual user. As an IT consultant, which Microsoft solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Windows Autopilot. We have gone through a detailed explanation of what is Windows Autopilot on question number 37. Once again, Windows Autopilot provides a customizable out-of-the-box experience that install applications and configure settings required by the company and allows users to perform the installation, eliminating the need for IT staff to configure devices. Question number 56. A global organization has recently adopted Microsoft 365 to streamline its operations. The IT department is now looking for a cloud based solution to centrally manage a diverse fleet of devices and applications across the company. These include Windows PCs, Mac computers, Android smartphones, and iOS iPad tablets. Additionally, the solution must integrate seamlessly with Microsoft Entra ID and offer visibility into the compliance status of all managed devices. Which Microsoft service would best fulfill these requirements? We have four Microsoft service available here. Which one do you think is the right option or right solution? We have gone through this example before. The correct answer is Microsoft Intune. So let's unpack what is Microsoft Intune. Microsoft Intune is a cloud-based service that helps organizations manage and secure their devices, apps, and data. It's part of Microsoft's Endpoint Manager suite, and it's especially useful in environments where employees use a mix of company-owned and personal devices. Let's look at what does Microsoft Intune do. It can help you control who can access company resources like email, files, and apps. It ensures devices meets security standards before they can connect to the network. It can help you remotely manage devices like pushing updates or wiping data if a device is lost or stolen, and it can help you with deploy and managing applications. Some of the key benefits include improved security, flexibility for remote work, centralized management where IT teams can manage all devices and apps from a single dashboard, which reduces complexity, and it is seamlessly integrated with other Microsoft 365 services. Some of the most common use cases of Microsoft Intune include mobile device management, where you can use that to manage smartphones and tablets used for work, mobile application management, where you can control how company apps and data are used on both managed and unmanaged devices, and conditional access, allowing access to company resources only if certain conditions are met. Question number 57. A mid sized organization has recently adopted Microsoft 365 and is planning to roll out a virtual desktop environment for 100 of its employees. The IT team has been asked to recommend a solution that meets the following business needs. Users should retain their personalized settings and preferences across multiple logging sessions. The virtual desktop should be automatically provisioned when a user is assigned a specific license, and the company wants to keep both operational overhead and licensing expenses as low as possible. As an IT consultant, which Microsoft solution would you recommend to fulfill these requirements? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Windows 365 Business. I explained what is Windows 365 Enterprise, and which is almost same, but the only difference between Windows 365 Enterprise and the business model is the number of licenses you can purchase. If it is less than 300, then the business is the right option. If it is more than 300, then you will look for enterprise. To give you a quick refresher, Windows 365 Business is a cloud based service from Microsoft that allows small and medium sized businesses to stream a full Windows experience, including apps, data, and settings from the cloud to any device. And this cloud is Microsoft Azure Cloud. Think of it as a virtual PC that you can access from anywhere without needing to manage physical hardware. Question number 58. A small manufacturing firm operates factory automation systems on devices running Windows 11. The engineering manager is concerned that regular Windows updates might disrupt production processes. As the IT administrator, you are asked to recommend a Windows servicing strategy that ensures all systems receive essential security updates while minimizing the impact of other updates on production. Which Windows servicing channel should you suggest to meet these requirements? We have gone through another example to look at few other servicing channel options. Which one do you think is the right option here? The correct answer is long-term servicing channel. In the last example, we looked at semi-annual enterprise channel. This time, let's unpack and understand what is this long-term servicing channel. The long-term servicing channel, or LTSC, is a specialized version of Windows designed for stability and long-term support, primarily used in environments where changes need to be minimized. With long-term servicing channel, you don't receive feature updates every few months like a regular version, and you only get security and critical updates for up to 10 years, and it is meant for systems that need to stay the same for long time without frequent changes. So think of it like a car that gets regular oil changes, which is security updates, but never gets a new stereo or dashboard, which are feature update. Some of the benefits of LTSC include stability, long-term support, reduced maintenance, and no bloatware. LTSC, or long-term servicing channel, is ideal for devices that perform a specific unchanging task, which are part of critical infrastructure or cannot afford downtime due to updates or changes. Some of the most common use cases include medical devices like MRI machines, industrial control systems like factory automation, or point of sale systems in retail organization. Question number 59. A company that uses Microsoft 365 wants to enhance employee productivity by sending out personalized daily emails. These emails should automatically include a summary of any outstanding task or email follow ups from colleagues, relevant documents tied to employees' scheduled meetings for the day. As an IT administrator, you are asked to recommend a Microsoft 365 feature or service that can automate this process. Which Microsoft 365 solution would best meet this requirement? We haven't looked at this so far. What do you think is the right answer here? The correct answer is Microsoft Viva Personal Insights. So let's understand what is Microsoft Viva Personal Insight. It is a feature within Microsoft Viva designed to help individuals improve their well-being, productivity, and work habits using data-driven insights from Microsoft 365. In simple terms, Viva Personal Insights give you private, personalized recommendation based on your work patterns, like how much time you spend in meetings, how often you focus without interruptions, or whether you are regularly taking breaks, etc. It uses data from tools like Outlook, Teams, and OneDrive to help you work smarter and maintain a healthier work life balance. Some of the key benefits of Viva Personal Insights include improved focus, well being support, better collaboration, and work life balance. Some of the most common use cases where you can use this Viva Personal Insights is for focus time scheduling, daily briefings, well being reminders, or collaboration insights. Let's look at question number 60. A mid sized organization has adopted Microsoft 365 for its daily operations. The IT department has noticed that while employees are using the tools, there is limited insights into how effectively the services are being utilized across departments. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend a solution that can provide usage analytics and help the company optimize the use of Microsoft 365 applications. Which Microsoft solution would you suggest meeting this particular need? Let's go through the options available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is productivity score report. We haven't looked into this so far. So let's unpack what is productivity score report. The productivity score report in Microsoft 365 is a tool that helps organizations understand how effectively their employees are using Microsoft 365 tools and how well the technology environment support productivity. In simple terms, it's like a report card for your organization's use of Microsoft 365. It shows how people are working, like using email, Teams, or OneDrive, and how the technology like devices and network connectivity is performing. It gives insights into both user behavior and technology experience. Some of the key benefits of this include improved work habits, better technology decisions, data driven improvements, etc. Who uses this most? IT admins, team leaders, or executives who can track overall digital transformation process and identify areas for investments and improvements. In real world example, if you look at it, an IT department can notice that many staffs are using outdated devices that slow down access to Microsoft 365 application, and they use this report to justify a device upgrade, improving both speed and satisfaction. Question number 61. A company has recently deployed Microsoft 365 across its organization and wants to evaluate how well employees are adopting the new tools. The IT department has been asked to generate a report that provides insights into user engagement and productivity over the past 90 days. Specifically, the report should include the total number of Microsoft Office activations, the total number of files stored, usage statistics for Microsoft browsers. As the administrator, you need to determine which Microsoft 365 Admin Center can be used to generate this report. Which admin center should you use to access this information? We have four different admin center options available here. Which one do you think is the right answer? The correct answer is Microsoft 365 Admin Center. So what is this M365 Admin Center? It is a web-based management portal that allows administrators to manage Microsoft 365 services, users, and settings for their organization. Think of it as the control panel for everything related to Microsoft 365. If your organization uses Microsoft 365 like Outlook, Teams, SharePoint, etc., the admin center is where you can go to. In that portal, you will be able to add or remove users, assign licenses, set up security policies, monitor service health, and configure apps and services. Some of the key benefits of going to the Microsoft 365 admin portal is it gives you a centralized management portal where you can manage all Microsoft 365 services from one place. User and license control. This is where you can easily add users, assign roles, and manage subscriptions. And it gives you reports and insights where you can view usage reports to understand how tools are being used and where improvements can be made. Let's look at question number 62. A retail company is planning to deploy several virtual machines in a public cloud environment to support its point of sale systems. The IT team wants to control over the operating system and the configuration of network security settings. As the cloud architect, which cloud service model would best meet these requirements? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is infrastructure as a service or IaaS. So we looked into platform as a service and software as a service before. Now let's double click on what is infrastructure as a service. So let's understand what is IaaS. IaaS is a cloud computing model that provides virtualized computing resources over internet. Imagine you need a computer server to run your application, store data, or host a website. Traditionally, you would have to buy physical hardware, set it up, and maintain it. With IaaS, you don't need to do any of that. Instead, a cloud provider like Microsoft Azure or Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud gives you access to virtual servers, storage, and networking, all hosted in their data centers. You rent what you need and pay only for what you use. Some of the key benefits of IaaS include cost savings, scalability, flexibility, disaster recovery, and speed. Some of the most common use cases of IaaS are for website hosting, development and testing, data storage and backup, etc. Question number 63. A company has recently migrated its operations to Microsoft 365 and wants to reduce the burden of infrastructure management on its IT team. As part of this transition, the company is evaluating which services are entirely managed and hosted by Microsoft in the cloud, requiring no on premises setup or maintenance. Which three Microsoft 365 services meet this requirement? So you need to choose three correct answers from this question to get full mark on this question. The correct answers are Microsoft OneDrive, Microsoft Bookings, and Microsoft Viva Connections. Let's look at this one by one. What is Microsoft OneDrive? OneDrive is Microsoft personal cloud storage service. It lets users save files online and access from any device, be it a computer, phone, or tablet. Some of the benefits of OneDrive include access to files from anywhere, automatically backup important documents, and share files securely with other people. Use cases are for storing personal or work documents in the cloud, sharing large files with colleagues or clients, or synchronizing files across multiple devices. Now let's look into Microsoft Bookings because we have already looked into bookings a couple of times in the previous question. Just to give you a super high level overview, Microsoft Bookings is an online scheduling tool that allows customers to book appointments with your business or team. And the next one is Microsoft Viva Connections. Viva Connections is a part of Microsoft Viva designed to keep employees informed and engaged. It brings companies' news, resources, and conversation into Microsoft Teams. The benefits of Viva Connections include it centralizes internal communications, encourages employee engagement and culture, and customizable dashboard for quick access to tools and updates. Question number 64. A mid sized organization currently relies on Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2019 for its productivity needs. The IT department is evaluating a transition to Microsoft 365 to enhance collaboration and streamline management. As part of the assessment, you are asked to identify the additional features and services the organization would benefit from after migrating to Microsoft 365. Which three capabilities should you highlight as key advantages of moving to Microsoft 365? Once again, we are looking at three correct answers to get full mark on this question. The correct answers are integrates with Microsoft 365 Graph, minimizes management overhead, and access to latest features. So let's understand the benefit and a simple comparison. So let's look at the core differences. The Office Professional Plus 2019 is a one-time purchase with classic apps like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and it doesn't receive new features after installation. Wherein the Microsoft 365 is a subscription service that includes the same apps but with continuous updates, cloud service, and collaboration tools. Some of the main advantages of Microsoft 365 include always up to date because Microsoft 365 users get latest features, performance improvements, and security updates as soon as they are released. No need to wait for a new version. And it automatically includes OneDrive and SharePoint for storing and accessing and sharing files from anywhere. Another functionality or feature is integration with the Microsoft Graph. Microsoft 365 connects with the Microsoft Graph, enabling intelligent services like personalized search, insights, and automation across apps and services. Another advantage is it minimizes management overhead because centralized admin tools provide automated updates and it provides built-in security, reducing the burden on IT teams. And we already talked about accessing latest features like new capabilities like AI-powered tools in Word and Excel are rolled out regularly to Microsoft 365 users. Question number 65. A retail company that relies heavily on Microsoft 365 for daily operations is concerned about potential service disruptions. The IT manager wants to understand the conditions under which Microsoft would issue a full service credit. In the event of a significant drop in service availability, at what monthly uptime percentage would the company qualify for a 100% service credit under the Microsoft 365 service level agreement? See if you can guess the right answer from the available options. The correct answer is 95%. Microsoft has a lot of trust in the uptime offered by Microsoft 365 services. Therefore, it offers service credits if the uptime is below a certain threshold. And these thresholds are if it is below 99.9%, it grants 25% service credit. If it is below 99.5%, it grants 50%. And if it is below 95, it grants 100% service credits. Now let's understand what are service credits. Microsoft service credits are a form of compensation Microsoft offers when its cloud services like Outlook, Teams, SharePoint, etc. experience more downtime than promised. Microsoft is confident in the reliability of its services, so it backs them with a service level agreement that guarantees a certain level of uptime. If Microsoft fails to meet these uptime guarantees, customers can request service credits with a discounts applied to future billing, not cash refunds. Question number 66. A mid sized organization is currently using Microsoft 365 and maintains a range of on premises Microsoft products that are licensed for a specific version. The company is planning to adopt a hybrid cloud strategy where certain workloads will continue to run locally while others will be migrated to Microsoft 365 cloud services. As part of this transition, the IT department needs to ensure that users have the appropriate licensing to access both on premises and cloud based services. What type of user subscription license would you recommend to support this hybrid environment? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is step up user subscription licenses. So we looked at SA, USL, and add on USL in the previous questions. Now let's unpack what is this step up user subscription licenses. A step up USL allows a user who already has a lower level Microsoft 365 license to upgrade to a higher level license without paying the full price of the new license. So instead, they only pay the difference in cost between the two licenses. So think of it like upgrading your Netflix plan from standard to premium. You don't start a new subscription, you just pay the extra amount to get more features. Some of the benefits of Step Up USL include cost efficiency, flexibility, simplified licensing, and access to more features. Let's look at a common use case. A company starts with Microsoft 365 Business Standard and later upgrade some users to Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 as their role require more security or analytics tools. Question number 67. A company that relies on Microsoft 365 for its daily operations has recently reviewed its service performance reports. Over the past month, the recorded uptime fell below 95%. Based on Microsoft service level agreements, what percentage of service credit is the company eligible to receive for that month? So the key term here is fell below 95%. So we discussed this already. So let's look at the option available and see if you can guess the right answer. I'm sure you can. The correct answer is if it falls below 95%, you will get 100% credit. So if a company experiences less than 95% uptime, it is eligible to receive 100% service credit for that month. Let's look at question number 68. An organization that relies on Microsoft 365 has recently experienced a spike in support calls related to users encountering errors when trying to open Office online applications. The help desk suspects the issue may be related to a service disruption. As the administrator, you are asked to guide the help desk team to appropriate action within the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, where they can check the current service health and view any reported incidents or advisories. Where should you instruct the help desk team to look for this information? So we haven't gone through this particular scenario before. The very important question. The correct answer is health. Microsoft Admin Portal has a place where it is called Service Health, and the Service Health is a feature in Microsoft 365 that helps organizations stay informed about the health and status of Microsoft cloud services like Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, Teams, and more. So think of Microsoft Service Health as a dashboard that tells you whether Microsoft services are working properly or if there are any issues. It shows current problems affecting services, planned maintenance that might impact users, history of past incidents for review and analytics, and some of the benefits are real time awareness, transparency, and proactive communication. Question number 69. A mid sized organization currently operates using Microsoft software holds licenses that entitle them to the most recent versions of these products. As part of their digital transformation strategy, the company plans to migrate its infrastructure and services to the cloud. As an IT consultant, you are tasked with recommending the most appropriate user subscription license to support this transition. Which user subscription license would you suggest and why? Maybe you will be able to answer this because we have gone through this example before. The correct answer is from a full software assurance user subscription license. So, what is this? This is used by customers that currently have software assurance. Software assurance is an agreement which entitles customers to always run the latest software versions. This allows them to transition to the cloud. We have looked into add-on USL and step-up USL in the previous question. What is full USL? Full user subscription licenses are used by companies without any contracts for Microsoft services. Let's look at question number 70. A company has recently adopted Microsoft 365 to enhance its productivity and collaboration. However, the IT team is concerned about protecting sensitive data through encryption and classification, as well as eliminating the use of unauthorized applications, which is shadow IT. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend which pillars of zero trust security model should be prioritized to address these concerns. Which two zero trust pillars should you focus on? We need to answer two answers from the available option to get the full mark for this question. The correct answers are data and applications. In the data pillar, security is focused on resolving the concerned shadow IT by ensuring that all applications in the organization are centrally managed. In the application layer, security is focused on resolving the concern of shadow IT by ensuring that all applications in the organization are centrally managed. Question number 71. A company is planning the user login process for access to Microsoft 365. The company needs to document the login process stages. You need to explain the process that verifies if a username and password combination is correct. Which named process should you explain? Let's go through the available options first. See if you can answer the correct answer. The right answer for this question is authentication. First, let's understand what is authentication. Authentication is the process of verifying if the provided credentials are correct. Authentication in Microsoft 365 is the process of verifying a user's identity before granting them access to Microsoft 365 services like Outlook, Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive. Think of it as the digital equivalent of showing your ID badge before entering a secure building. Question number 72. A technology firm recently adopted Microsoft 365 to support its growing remote workforce. As part of its new remote work policy, the IT department is tasked with enhancing security measures. The company wants to ensure that employees can only access corporate resources when connecting from approved geographic locations. Additionally, they want to enforce stronger identity verification by requiring multiple authentication methods. As the administrator, which Microsoft 365 security feature should you recommend to meet these requirements? Let's go through the available options first. The correct answer is conditional access. We have gone through the explanation of conditional access on question number 12. Just to give you a short answer, Microsoft Entra ID conditional access include location-based policies and multi-factor authentications. Question number 73. An organization using Microsoft 365 is concerned about advanced security threats targeting sensitive data stored temporarily in RAM or CPU caches. As part of a broader security initiative, the IT security team is looking for a solution that can help protect against these types of in-memory attacks. As a Microsoft 365 administrator, Which security feature or solution would you recommend to address this concern? Let's look at the options available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is enclaves. So, what are enclaves in Microsoft 365? In Microsoft 365, enclaves refer to secure, isolated environments used to protect sensitive data and processes. Specifically, Microsoft uses confidential computing enclaves, a technology that ensures data is encrypted not only at rest and in transit, but also while it's being processed. These enclaves are part of Microsoft Entra Verified ID, which is a decentralized identity solution. Enclaves help verify credentials and identities in a privacy preserving way, ensuring that even Microsoft itself cannot see the data being verified. Benefits of using enclaves include enhanced privacy and security, trustworthy identity verification, compliance with regulations, decentralized control. Some of the common use cases include a company can verify a new hire's credential, example, university degree or previous employment, without ever seeing the actual documents. If you look at a real world example, a hospital uses Entra verified ID with enclaves to verify that a contractor is a certified medical professional before granting access to patient data in Microsoft Teams. Question number 74. A mid sized organization has recently implemented Microsoft 365 to enhance team collaboration and productivity. However, the IT department is now concerned about potential threats that could be delivered through email, such as phishing or malware. As a security consultant, which Microsoft Defender solution would you recommend to help the company safeguard its email communications? We have a list of 4 Microsoft Defender solution. Which one do you think is the right answer? The correct answer is Microsoft Defender for Office 365. So let's understand what is Defender for Office 365. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 is a cloud-based security solution designed to protect your organization's email and collaboration tools like Outlook, SharePoint, OneDrive, and Microsoft Teams. And these are protecting you from threats such as phishing, malware, and ransomware. So think of it as a security guard for your Microsoft 365 environment. It checks email and files for anything suspicious before they reach your inbox or shared folders. If it finds something harmful, it blocks it or warns you. Some of the key benefits of Defender for Office 365 include protection against advanced threats, real time detection and response, safe links and safe attachments, threat investigation and hunting, integration with Microsoft 365. Some of the most common use cases include you can use it for email protection, collaboration, security, and incident response. Let's look at some of the real world example. A retail company receives thousands of emails daily. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 detects and blocks a phishing campaign targeting employees with fake invoices, preventing credential theft and financial loss. Question number 75. A company has recently deployed Microsoft 365 Defender to enhance its security posture. As part of an internal audit, a security auditor has been brought in to review the configurations and alerts within the Microsoft 365 Defender portal. To ensure the auditor has only the necessary permissions to perform their task, you must assign them a role that aligns with the principle of least privilege. Which Microsoft 365 role should you assign to the auditor? We have 4 different role-based control here. Which one do you think could be the right answer? The right answer is security reader. In Microsoft 365 Defender, the security reader role is a built-in role that allows users to view security-related information across Microsoft Defender services, but without the ability to make changes. It's designed for individuals who need visibility into security data but shouldn't have permission to modify settings or take actions. So think of security reader as someone who can look but not touch. They can view alerts, incidents and reports. They can monitor threat analytics and investigation data, and they can access dashboards and security recommendations, but they cannot dismiss alerts, change security settings, and take remediation actions. Some of the benefits of this include enhanced visibility without risk, support separation of duties, and improves collaboration. Let's look at a real world example. A company's internal audit team uses the security reader role to review Microsoft Defender for endpoint alerts and ensures that incident response procedures are being followed correctly. Question number 76. A company uses Microsoft 365. You need to implement a cloud based solution that meets the following requirements. These requirements are: allows employees to use Microsoft applications such as Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, allows employees to work from their personalized tablet devices, whether connected or disconnected from the internet, minimize management effort, and offers a subscription based model. Which solution would you recommend? This is a quite easy question. I'm sure you already know the answer. The right answer is Microsoft 365 Apps for Enterprise. Microsoft 365 is available as a subscription based service and provides Microsoft apps for employees to use online and offline. It includes familiar applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook, along with powerful cloud services such as OneDrive, Teams, SharePoint, and Exchange. One of the key benefits of Microsoft 365 is you can work from any device, be it PC, Mac, tablet, or phone, because everything is stored in the cloud. Question number 77. A mid sized organization with 500 employees is transitioning to Microsoft 365. All employees use either desktop or laptop computers and require access to full suite of Microsoft Office desktop applications for their daily tasks. As the IT administrator, you are responsible for selecting the most suitable Microsoft 365 subscription plan that meets these requirements. Given this scenario, which Microsoft 365 subscription plan would best support the organization's needs? Let's review the options first, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft 365 E3. Microsoft 365 Enterprise E3 is suitable for organization with more than 300 employees and which include desktop office applications. This is a solution designed for businesses which include productivity and security. It combines Office applications like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, cloud services like OneDrive and Teams, and advanced security features to help organizations work more efficiently and securely. Question number 78. A multinational organization has recently adopted Microsoft 365 to streamline its operations. The leadership team wants to unify how tasks and activities are managed across departments such as marketing, IT, and operations. They are looking for a solution that can dynamically adjust schedules based on task, progress, and changes, handle complex task structures, including dependencies and subtasks for teams of any size, monitor and report on associated costs. As a Microsoft 365 consultant, which application would you recommend to meet these requirements? Let's look at the available options. The correct answer is Microsoft Project. What is Microsoft Project? Microsoft Project is a project management software developed by Microsoft that helps individuals and teams plan, manage, and track projects efficiently. It's part of the Microsoft 365 ecosystem and is especially useful for organizing tasks assigning responsibilities, setting deadlines, and monitoring progress. Think of Microsoft Project as a digital planner for big or complex projects. It helps you break down a project into smaller tasks, assign those tasks to team members, set start and end dates, and track how everything is progressing over time. It's like having a smart to do list that also shows you how all pieces of the project fit together. Question number 79. An organization is currently operating its email infrastructure using an on premises Microsoft Exchange server. As part of a modernization initiative, the IT team plans to migrate user mailboxes to the cloud. However, the chief security officer has expressed concerns about the increased exposure to sophisticated cyber threats once the mailbox are hosted in the cloud. As an administrator, which Microsoft security solution would you recommend to help safeguard these cloud based mailboxes from advanced threats? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Microsoft Defender for Office 365. We have gone through a detailed explanation of what is Defender for Office 365 in question number 74. If you want, you can actually go and refer that. On a super high level, Defender for Office 365 safeguards your organization against malicious threats posed by email messages, links, and collaboration tools. Question number 80. A company is in the process of selecting a tool to streamline how customers book appointments with their staff. The solution must allow employees to generate personalized scheduling pages that can be shared via links. Additionally, the company wants this tool to integrate seamlessly with Microsoft Teams to support virtual meetings. Which Microsoft 365 solution would best meet these requirements? We have gone through this similar topic, I think, 3 times before, so I'm sure you know the answer here. The correct answer for this question is bookings. So I've explained bookings in detail multiple times. You know what are the features and capabilities of bookings. Question number 81. A company that uses Microsoft 365 wants to improve collaboration across its various business units by setting up internal websites. Each unit needs the ability to share documents securely with both internal and external stakeholders, organize and manage files using document libraries that support version control and permission settings, design and personalize their own sites to meet specific team needs. As an IT consultant, which Microsoft 365 application would you recommend to meet these requirements? Let's go through the available options first. The correct answer is Microsoft SharePoint. Microsoft SharePoint is a web based platform developed by Microsoft that helps organizations store, organize, share, and manage information in a secure and collaborative environment. So think of SharePoint as a digital workspace or intranet for your organization. It allows teams to create websites for internal use, store and manage documents in a central location, collaborate on files in real time, and automate workflows and manage tasks. And it's tightly integrated with Microsoft 365. So it works seamlessly with tools like Microsoft Teams, Outlook, and OneDrive. Question number 82. An organization relies on Microsoft Teams for internal collaboration. The HR department manages a team called HR project within Teams. A project manager is tasked with setting up a new channel to coordinate a cross functional initiative. The channel must include only selected existing members from the HR projects team, allow participation from employees in other departments who are not currently part of the team, prevent external guests from being added. Given these requirements, what type of channel should the project manager create? This should be fairly straightforward. What do you think would be the right answer? The correct channel type is shared. Existing team members can be added to a shared channel, and users who are not members of the team can also be added to this channel. So let's look at these channels one by one. So first, let me explain what is shared channel. So let's address that first. A shared channel can be shared with people outside the team and even outside the organization. The purpose of that shared channel is ideal for cross-functional collaboration without switching tenants or creating new teams. For example, a project team working with an external vendor can use a shared channel to collaborate directly. Then what is standard channel? A standard channel is open to all members of the team. It can be used for general collaboration and communication. An example could be a marketing team might have standard channel like campaign planning or social media. The third one is private channels. It is only accessible to selected members within the team. The purpose could be used for confidential or sensitive discussions that don't need to involve the whole team. An example could be a finance team might have a private channel for budget planning that only finance leads can access. Question number 83. A technology firm has adopted Microsoft 365 and is exploring ways to enhance employee engagement and communication. The leadership team wants to introduce a solution that offers a company branded experience within Microsoft Teams. Additionally, they aim to deliver role specific content to employees and ensures that the content is personalized through integration with tools like Microsoft Viva Engage and Microsoft Stream. As a consultant, you are asked to recommend the most suitable Microsoft Viva module to meet these requirements. Out of all these Viva solutions, which one do you think is the right answer? We have gone through this topic before. The correct answer is Viva Connections. A Viva Connection is a company branded app in Microsoft Teams. Viva Connections provides access to content curated for individual worker roles within the organization and supports a feed capability for delivery of personalized content through integration with Viva Engage and Viva Stream. Question number 84. A growing organization has adopted Microsoft 365 for its productivity and collaboration needs. The IT department is now exploring ways to provide employees with access to virtual desktops and applications without investing in on premises infrastructure. The solution must support a pay as you go pricing model to align with companies' budget flexibility. Which Microsoft solution would best meet these requirements? I'm sure you know the answer by now because we have gone through both AVD and Windows 365 explanation. It could be one of those. The correct answer is Microsoft Azure Virtual Desktop. Azure Virtual Desktop or AVD allows virtualization of apps and desktops, allowing them to be accessible by single or multiple users. Question number 85. A global organization is preparing to roll out Microsoft 365 across all departments. As part of the rollout, the leadership team wants to gain insights into employee work patterns and organizational effectiveness. To support this goal, the company plans to enable Microsoft Viva Organizational Insight for all business leaders. As the IT consultant overseeing this implementation, which Microsoft 365 app would you recommend to ensure these insights are available? Let's go through the options available, see if you can guess the right answer. The correct answer is Microsoft Teams. Let's understand what is Viva Organizational Insights. Viva Organizational Insights is part of the Microsoft Viva suite that helps leaders and managers understand how work patterns affect employee well-being, productivity, and business outcomes. It uses data from Microsoft 365 like emails, meetings, and Teams activities to provide privacy protected insights into how teams are working. Now, this organizational insight is available within Microsoft Teams as part of the Viva Insights app. So leaders and managers can access dashboards and reports directly in Teams, making it easy to stay informed without switching platforms. Let's look at question number 86. A company has recently adopted Microsoft 365 and is looking for a way to enhance employee well being and boost productivity. The leadership team wants to empower staff with personalized insights into their work patterns, along with actionable suggestions to help them improve their daily routines. Key goals include helping employees manage their time effectively, maintain strong connections with their team and task, and encourage positive habits like recognition and regular breaks. As a consultant, which Microsoft 365 solution would you recommend to meet these objectives? I'm sure you already know the answer. I don't even have to populate it because we just now discussed the benefit of what is Viva Insight in the previous question. Viva Insights is a tool within Microsoft Viva designed to help individuals, managers, and leaders improve productivity and well being at work. It uses data from Microsoft 365 to provide personalized insights and recommendation. Think of Viva Insight as a smart assistant that helps you focus better, avoid burnout, improve collaboration, and build better work habits. Question number 87. A company has recently onboarded a new employee who attempts to access Microsoft 365 services through a third party web browser. Upon signing in to the Microsoft 365 portal, the user notices that not all applications are available or functioning as expected. As an IT administrator, what would you recommend to ensure the user can access all Microsoft 365 apps without issues? This is a tricky question. Let's see if you can find the correct answer. The correct answer is assign a license to the user, because sometimes you think because they mentioned about a third party web browser, you might think going to Edge will solve the problem. But Microsoft 365 services can be accessed from any browser. So to allow users to access Microsoft 365 application via user portal, first the admin must assign a Microsoft 365 license to the user. Question number 88. A company has a hybrid identity setup where users authenticate to on-premises applications using Active Directory. The organization also uses Microsoft 365 for its cloud services. To enhance security, the company mandates the use of smart cards or certificates for single sign-on across both cloud-based and on-premises resources. As an IT consultant, you are asked to recommend an authentication method in Microsoft Entra ID that supports this requirement. Which Microsoft Entra ID authentication method would best meet the company's needs? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is federated. What is federated in Entra ID authentication? In Entra ID, federated authentication means that users sign in using credentials from an external identity provider such as Active Directory Federation Services, Okta, or Ping Identity instead of directly using Entra ID to authenticate. Think of it like this. Instead of Microsoft checking for username and password, it asks another trusted system, which is your organization's identity provider, to do that. Once that system confirms your identity, Microsoft lets you in. Question number 89. A security administrator at a company that relies on Microsoft 365 services has been tasked with enhancing the organization's overall security posture. To support this initiative, the administrator needs a tool that can assess the current security configuration and provide actionable recommendation for improvement. Which Microsoft 365 Defender solution would the administrator use to meet this requirement? Let's look at the available options first. See if you can guess the right answer. I think we have gone through this topic in one of the previous questions. The right answer is Secure Score. What is Microsoft Secure Score? Microsoft Secure Score is a measurement tool in Microsoft 365 that helps organizations understand and improve their security posture. Think of it like a credit score, but for your organization's cybersecurity. It evaluates your current security settings and activities, then gives you a score based on how well you are protecting your Microsoft 365 environment. The score is calculated based on security features you have enabled, like multi factor authentication, security related tasks you have completed, recommendations you have followed. Using these, the higher your score, the more aligned you are with Microsoft's best practice for security. Question number 90. A company currently operates multiple services from its on premises data center. You have been invited to deliver a presentation to the leadership team to help them understand the advantages of transitioning to the cloud. Which two key benefits of cloud computing should you highlight to support the case for migration? You need to get two correct answers to get full mark for this question. The correct answers are high availability of resources and ability to deploy apps across regions. Cloud computing provides high availability of resources, and cloud computing provides geo distribution, which gives the ability to deploy apps and other resources across regions. And we have gone through different explanation on cloud computing, its benefits, different models like SaaS, IaaS, and PaaS in other questions. So I'm sure you're familiar with the concepts. Question number 91. A global organization has recently adopted Microsoft 365 to enhance collaboration and productivity. The IT team has been tasked with enabling secure external sharing so that business partners and third party vendors can access shared resources. The organization prefers to use the default settings available in Microsoft 365 to meet this requirement. As a cloud solutions consultant, you are asked to recommend identify providers that support this external collaboration scenario. Which two cloud identity providers would you suggest? Let's look at the options available. The correct answers are Microsoft Entra ID and Microsoft Account. By default, guests can use their existing Microsoft Entra ID work or school account and their Microsoft account to redeem the B2B collaboration invitations received. So let's look at what is Microsoft account. A Microsoft account is a personal account that anyone can create, like Outlook.com or Hotmail or Xbox accounts. It's used by individuals to access Microsoft services like OneDrive, Skype, or Office Online. And let's have a quick look into what is Entra ID. Entra ID, which is formerly known as Azure Active Directory or Azure AD, is a Microsoft cloud-based identity and access management service. It helps organizations manage who can access their apps, data, and resources both inside and outside the company. So think of it as a secure gatekeeper that checks who you are and what you are allowed to do when you try to access company systems. Question number 92. A company that relies on Microsoft 365 for its daily operations is concerned about securing access to its applications. The IT administrator has been asked to implement a solution that enhances securing by requiring users to verify their identity using more than just a password. Additionally, the company wants to assess the risk level of each user before granting access. As the consultant, which Microsoft 365 security feature or solution would you recommend to meet both these requirements? Let's look at the available options. The correct answer is Microsoft Entra ID conditional access. We have gone through conditional access, what it is, and what is Entra ID in multiple times. On a super high level, Microsoft Entra ID conditional access include support for multi-factor authentication and user-based risk evaluation as part of its gated controls. Question number 93. A company has recently adopted Microsoft 365 and is focused on strengthening its security posture. The security operations team is looking for a solution that can serve as an initial layer of defense, automatically investigate and respond to threats, and offer protection at the network level. As a consultant, which Microsoft 365 security solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? Let's look at the options available. You have four Defender solution. Which one do you think is the right one? The correct answer is Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. So we haven't gone through what is Defender for Endpoint so far. I think we have gone through what is Defender for Office 365, Defender for Identity. I'm not sure whether we have gone through Defender for Cloud Apps. So let's go through what is Defender for Endpoint. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint is a security solution designed to help organizations protect their devices. These devices are like laptops, desktops, and mobile devices. The protection is against cyber threats. It's part of Microsoft's broader security platform and works by detecting, investigating, and responding to threats in real time. So think of Microsoft Defender for Endpoint as a smart security guard for your company's devices. It constantly watches for suspicious activity, blocks harmful software, and helps security team understand and respond to attacks quickly. Question number 94. A mid-sized organization with 500 employees is planning to adopt Microsoft productivity tools to enhance collaboration and data management. All office locations and remote staff have access to high-speed internet. Although occasional connectivity issues occur, the company requires a solution that enables users to work together on documents and spreadsheet in real time and also supports the creation of relational databases. Given these requirements, which Microsoft solution would best meet the organization's needs? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Microsoft 365 Enterprise. One of the key call out here, you need to watch out for these questions with these numbers. If it is less than 300, most often the answer would be either Microsoft 365 Business. If it is more than 300, the answer would be Enterprise solution. So relational database can be created using Microsoft Access, available as a desktop only application, and enterprise subscription allows for more than 300 employees, covering the 500 employee requirement here in this question. Question number 95. A project manager at a company that uses Microsoft 365 is tasked with improving team collaboration and task tracking. The team needs a solution that enables them to manage shared tasks using Kanban boards, visualize project timelines with Gantt charts, and seamlessly integrate with Microsoft Teams and Power BI desktop for communication and reporting. As the IT consultant, which Microsoft 365 compatible work management tool would you recommend to meet these requirements? The correct answer is Microsoft Project. Microsoft Project allows users to organize shared tasks on Kanban boards, includes supports for timeline Gantt charts, as well as integrates with Microsoft Teams and Power BI desktops. Question number 96. Your organization relies on Microsoft 365 for its productivity tools. During a team meeting, a colleague asked about how Microsoft Project can help manage tasks and timelines more effectively. Based on your understanding, which specific work management feature does Microsoft Project offer that supports this need? I'm sure you know the correct answer because we just now explained this. Let me populate the answer. The correct answer is use views such as grid views and timeline and Gantt charts. The ability to use easy to use views such as grid views and timeline Gantt charts is a work management capability of Microsoft Project. Question number 97. A mid-sized organization has recently adopted Microsoft 365 and is planning to provide cloud PCs to 600 of its employees. The IT department has outlined several key requirements for the solution. The pricing model must be predictable and based on a fixed monthly fee. The solution should offer seamless integration and Microsoft Intune out of the box. It must support provisioning using custom images to meet specific configuration needs. As the IT consultant, which Microsoft Cloud solution would you recommend to fulfill these requirements? Let's look at the options available. The correct answer is Windows 365 Enterprise. We have gone through detailed explanation of Windows 365 on question number 54. On a super high level, Windows 365 Enterprise is for large enterprises and provides unlimited cloud PCs available and a fixed fee based pricing model. Windows 365 Enterprise can run custom images on cloud PCs and has full integration with Microsoft Intune by default, wherein Windows 365 Business is for small enterprises with up to 300 cloud PCs. Question number 98. A technology company that uses Microsoft 365 wants to ensure that new features in Microsoft Office applications are thoroughly tested before being rolled out to users. As part of their IT strategy, they aim to minimize disruptions by deploying updates only after they've been validated in a controlled environment. As an IT administrator, which Microsoft 365 update channel would you recommend to meet this requirement? Let's go through the options available. The correct answer is Semi-Annual Enterprise Channel Preview. So we had gone through Semi-Annual Enterprise Channel before. Let's go and understand what is Semi-Annual Enterprise Channel Preview. The Semi-Annual Enterprise Channel Preview is a Microsoft 365 update channel designed for organizations that want to test upcoming features before they are released to the broader enterprise audience. It provides feature updates twice a year in March and September, but gives IT team a preview version about 2 months earlier than the general release. This channel is ideal for pilot testing new features in a controlled environment before rolling them out company-wide. Some of the benefits of this is early access to features, controlled testing, reduced risk, and predictable updates. Let's look at a real-world example. A public sector IT department uses the preview channel to test new Excel features with their finance team before deploying them across all departments. Let's look at question number 99. A technology driven organization that relies on Microsoft 365 wants to empower its leadership team with data driven insights into employee work habits. The leadership team is particularly interested in understanding how employees collaborate, how often they work beyond regular hours, and how engaged they are overall. The solution must seamlessly integrate with Microsoft Teams, offer visual and analytical insights into employee work patterns, automatically track and report on overtime trends to help assess employee well-being. As a consultant, which Microsoft 365 solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? See if you can guess the answer from the available options provided. The correct answer is Microsoft Viva Organizational Insights. We have gone through the example and detailed explanation on Viva Organizational Insights on 54th question. On a super high level, Organizational Insights is intended for business leaders. It integrates with Microsoft Teams and it does include automatically generated and displayed for engagement statistics regarding the number of hours employee work each week. Let's look at question number 100. So if you are with me so far, you've listened to it one stretch or listened to it in part by part. I really appreciate you taking time. First and foremost, I really hope you find this video useful in some shape or form. All the very best for whatever you are trying to do with this knowledge, be it exam, be it expanding your existing knowledge on Microsoft 365. My all the very best. All right, let's look at the last question. A large enterprise that uses Microsoft 365 is preparing to host a virtual town hall meeting for 8,000 employees. The event organizers need to ensure that presenters can share their video and screen during this session. Additionally, they want the ability to disable video and audio for all attendees and manage a moderated Q&A session throughout the event. As a Microsoft Teams administrator, which Teams meeting solution would you recommend to meet these requirements? I'm sure you know the answer for this because we have discussed this couple of times. The correct answer is Teams Live Event. Microsoft Teams Live Event is a feature within Microsoft Teams designed for broadcasting video and content to large online audiences. Teams Live Event meets all the requirement and it supports an audience greater than 8,000, and the moderation of question and answers and the deactivation of video and audio calls for all attendees. So that's the end of this exam Q&A. I will see you on the next one. Take care.